some damage here. Gonna have to be able to do something, and he's pushing out here again with the Corsairs, just trying to find a gap, trying to find the gap where he can try and sneak in here with that shuttle and do some damage. And actually, it did have a couple Reavers in there, so it looks like I was a little bit of a wrong there. Did actually decide to go Reavers, and now he picks up the DT, which I am very happy to see. And Jangbi is in an interesting spot here. We're at an interesting critical point, I feel, in this game. This is a tipping point where if Jangbi's able to do some damage, he will be able to establish a third base quite easily and really put himself in a nice position in this game. However, if he does not, if he loses a lot of these courses, if he doesn't do damage, then he's going to be in a poor position. Jangbi was able to strike in there and pick off another Overlord, but there's just a lot of Overlords around right now, and even if he dropped in there with DT, certainly some of those Overlords would be able to run back. But it almost seems worthwhile to jump in there with those DTs and try and harass those Hydros, and while those Hydros are being harassed, you can try and pick off the Overlords that are everywhere. If the other Overlords trying to come in here, and Jangbi being a little bit carried as they are losing 2 Corsairs in that engagement, not very good for him overall. And that DT able to get 3 kills, I think 4 kills. I can't see the blood underneath the Overlord. There might have been more blood. It's either 3 or 4 drone kills, which is pretty successful there for a DT. Not as successful as he would have wanted, but not too bad, not too shabby. And now it looks like Jangbi is prepared to push out here. Going to try and push out. Probably going to use this push to establish another base, because that is really what he needs at this point. And DTs out on the field just are going to do so much damage. And that Corsair force is also going to make it very, very difficult for Overlords to get into position. And we see the Reaver going up to the north along with this. The rest of the force is going to try and take down the 4th base of Luxury, not going to allow him to establish it. With a couple of Reavers, he will be able to take down this base extremely quickly. And Luxury, it looks like, has just been delayed with those Hydros. Those Hydros numbers just aren't quite as high as they should be. One of the High Templar being picked off en route to the rest of his force. It looks like a second one might actually be picked off, but picking it up with the shuttle, very smart play there. And these Reaver Scarabs are certainly going to be enough to stop the rest of this Hydros force. So some good play here from Jangbi, but he's going to lose all these Corsairs. Oh man, he needs to be careful. Does not want to lose his entire Corsair force. Nice little storm there trying to stop those Hydros, but that was a little careless by Jangbi. So a little bit of a multitask fail, losing some Corsairs, unfortunately. I don't know if he's going to even bother reproducing that. And now we got some Reavers going down. A great storm! Luxury not moving out of the storm, taking a ton of damage there with that storm. And I don't know if those HCs have any more storms in there, but if they do, this could be awful for Luxury. Jangbi just pushing in here with his 2-base play. I don't even know if he's establishing the base at the bottom left. It looks like he's just pushing in. He might be able to just absolutely rock him with these Reavers. These Reavers are going to be so effective. One of the Reavers is almost dead, but it doesn't really matter. As long as it gets its Scarabs off, it's going to continue to do damage. Going to go for the Sunken Colony, doing a lot of damage, picking off a lot of these drones as well. At this Sunken Colony, tons of drones going down. That Sunken Colony goes down. This entire base is being trashed. Some Zerglings going to the bottom left, going to be able to stop the base from going. We got Lurkers out. We got DTs in the area as well. And some good Reaver shuttle Reaver micro going on here. Barely saving that Reaver over and over again. Some great shuttle micro by Jangbi, able to keep his Reavers alive to do more and more damage. Excellent play by the Jang Bizzle. Rocking out here, doing a fantastic job using your Reavers, even picking off one of the Lurkers before he's able to burrow, doing so much damage here, picking off Lurker eggs, doing incredible amounts of damage, taking out tons of these Hydralisks. So finally, it looks like the Reavers are going to get cleared up, but oh my god, the damage. There's so much damage done to Luxury, losing a hatchery, losing so many drones, losing pretty much his entire force. He has virtually no force right now, and Corsairs have continuously been produced. It looks like, so we got yet another Corsair force. So once again, Luxury is going to be forced to sit around, not going to be allowed to really move around as he would like, not going to be able to really push out and establish this map control with those Hydras. So that's going to be a big problem for him once again. And this time, Jangbi might be able to start macking off the 3 bases, so that push is going to be a whole lot stronger. And Luxury at best at that 3rd base, all he can do is do like half mining, you know, just that hatchery is just at such a poor position, really. He's going to take something like 5 drones probably to mine from that gas with any sort of efficiency. That's a really bad spot for him. We do see some Hydros and Lurkers pushing out here, but I gotta think that that observers will be out any moment now, and they will be enough to stop this. He already has High Templars. He's got a few Dragoons being mixed into his army. Should be able to deal with Lurkers with relative effectiveness. We do have an observer going to the top right, trying to see if that base gets established again. If that does get established again, we could see something like an HT drop going in there, trying to take down the rest of the, or a DT drop going in there again. I don't know if he's going to continuously to produce Reavers at this stage, or just because he needs to produce several observers, so he's probably not going to be able to truly afford the money, or the build time really to produce Reavers. He's probably going to be forced to just simply produce Templars and maybe try to do other things with it. But yeah, gonna be interesting here. And And we got mining here from Jangbi. We've got an establishment on the northern set of ramps, but we'll see what he's able to do here. But I think those troops are very mispositioned here for luxury. I mean, it's nice that he has a contain on that northern side. He's going to be able to control it, but he's not going to be able to do much on the southern ramps. He doesn't have the lurkers, doesn't have the numbers to really defend. He's bringing in some overlords, probably just for vision, thinking that there'll be more DTs. But finally, I don't think that that Jangbi has continuously produced DTs. He's been transitioning into other tech, producing more High Templars, producing a lot of Zealots, not producing any Corsairs either. We got a couple overlords wandering around. It looks like one DT has been produced, and hopefully he scouted that out and he'll be able to get his overlords over there in time, luxury, in order to stop this. And it looks like that Dark Templar just wandering right by, just going to try and get straight to that top right base. And if it gets in there and stops mining yet again, it's just going to be game over for luxury. He's already in an awful position, being pretty much down 3 bases to 2 effectively. So he's already not in a very good position. Can't really afford to lose that base at the top right for any more time than absolutely necessary. We're seeing some Corsairs charge in here, some Hydras coming in here doing a lot of damage, able to pick off the cannons, but I don't think it's really enough. Some of the Hydras were able to pick off some of the Corsairs, so that'll be a little bit of a boon to him. And a nice storm going down, picking off a lot of Hydras and doing a lot of damage to the rest. And we see the Scarabs just going off and obliterating the world. And a whole lot of trouble right now for luxury. Not going to be able to macro. I cannot foresee him being able to macro up. He's going to lose his Hydros Den. That Hydros Den falls. That is just about game. All he can produce right now in terms of military units is Mutalisks and Zerglings and Scourge, which is just not going to work. You can produce as many Zerglings as you want. DTs and Zealots are going to wreck them. And Mutalisks at this stage, you got High Templars that can easily form into Archons. You got some Corsairs out in the air. You got 2 Stargates, so easily could reproduce those Corsairs to a critical number once again. So luxury is just in an awful position, not being able to produce. And I think we're just going to see Jangbi macro off of 3 bases, macro as hardcore as you possibly can, and just wreck base. And coming in here for a drop here at the natural expansion. If that shuttle has any High Templar in it, that could be absolutely painful here. And GG from practice from luxury. Jangbi getting some revenge for the Lost Saga MSL. Getting a victory here. Big win for Jangbi. Both the Protoss Dragons for Samson Khan, on a resurgence note, have taken victories here in the series versus KT Rolls. Are so important that they are able to do so. They are the linchpins of their team, and they need every victory they can from their Dragons, as it's been over and over again in this round. Whenever Jangbi and Stork wins, they have a chance, and they really need both of the plays to step up big. So we're going to be moving on to the 4th set. It's going to be Great versus Violet. Should be another good PvZ. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, but we're going down to the next one. Great versus Violet. If Violet gets a win, we will move on to an ace match, so we'll see what happens there. Anyways, I will see you all in the 4th set.